For this week's screencast, I've decided to do my video on Bill Gates. Bill Gates is pretty much the founding of modern-day computer science in general. I mean, the man's a multi-billionaire, and he never even graduated from Harvard. I mean, it's pretty awesome. Bill Gates didn't start his business off of scratch. He was basically picking up where others had left off. In high school years, he was a computer whiz. He, in high school, got his school set up to an electronic payroll system, and was pretty good at it. Well, when he was in his sophomore year of Harvard, he joined his friend Paul Allen to develop a software for the first microcomputer that Bill Gates had imagined. They began adapting BASIC, which was pretty much a popular computer code for back in the 80s. The original Atari system used the BASIC code for its processing and used the processing in the games. They started messing around with it, and it was a success. Bill Gates, because the microcomputer started to pick up, he left Harvard his junior year. Him and Allen, after they both dropped out of Harvard, they formed Microsoft. Bill Gates pretty much swayed the computer industry because he came out with the first computer operating system called MS-DOS. And he pretty much pitched it to IBM, and IBM accepted it. Now, because Microsoft was greatly independent, IBM and Microsoft had a strained relationship because Microsoft could survive on its own, and IBM knew that they needed them. But Bill Gates pretty much got IBM to be dependent upon them. There were some outsider forces that made it possible for Bill Gates to do what he did. We have to look at the early concepts of computer science from the first computers back in the 50s that were used by the United States military. Bill Gates isn't necessarily the founding father of computer science. Computers have been around since the 50s. I mean, all he did was have an idea to make an operating system for computers to use on their own, and it was a good concept. What follows after Bill Gates is just legacy. They become, and still are, the biggest computer corporation on the planet. They provide almost any operating system for most computers. Even their biggest rival, Apple, allows people to use Microsoft on their MacBooks because PCs and Microsoft just go together. Bill Gates has created a software that just, the possibilities of usage are endless. It's beautiful. And he has done something that many people have failed at miserably. He's created a legacy of creating a software for computers to where, instead of being too big as they were, he helped evolve computer science by creating a system where computer science completely was failing at its time. He created a system in which computers could have their own individual operating system without having to all be connected to one system. It allowed for customization and individualization of the system. This has been my screencast for this week. I will do this again soon.